Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the occupant. They're pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, it's the brothers here. You know, we just gonna go into the spirit. You know, going into the times that we're living in. You know, as we pan all throughout the face of the earth, we see nothing but death, destruction, carnage, anarchy. You know, taking place within the four quarters of the planet Earth. You know, and simultaneously the Lord is building. You see? Matter of fact, that's even in the book of Ecclesiastes. Oh, you gonna get that? Well, that's the spirit. You know, because the Lord said that there's a time to destroy it and there's a time to build. Well, the Lord is doing both of those simultaneously. As we know, when the Lord was establishing and building houses, when he was building the house of Israel, he was taking down houses simultaneously, right? When Israel, after Israel went through the wilderness of Zin, after leaving Egypt, they was in the wilderness of Zin, and the Lord was killing off the older generation. But when the Lord actually had that fresh generation with the heads at the time, which was Joshua and Caleb, they was establishing the house of Israel. All right, what it said, Joshua took down 30 plus kings, you know, and then he was starting to, put down tabernacles in these different locations, you know, certain areas where the Spirit of the Lord would dwell and actually could actually do atonements for the nation, man.
We were destroying the Canaanites.
Destroying them Canaanites.
And building up Israel.
Destroying them strongholds and building strongholds. So we're going to, get into some scriptures in the Spirit because we living in the exact same times now.
Yep. There's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born.
A time to be born.
And a time to die.
And a time to die.
A time to plant.
A time to plant.
And a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Right, so this is the time where we're planting. And it's also the time where we're plucking up that which is planted.
That's right.
Pluck up kingdoms.
Pluck up kingdoms.
Jeremiah chapter 1.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. See? So we're plucking up while planting. All right, the Lord spoke about us being rooted in the faith. The Lord likens nations and kingdoms unto plants and trees, right?
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
And we know Esau, he has chopped down these different nations with that axe.
The spread and bay tree.
And he has grown, as it is written in the book of Psalms, like a green bay tree. So us brothers establishing this and planting this seed, starting off with the Elder Abba Bivens, you know, King Masha, Elder Ariyah, Elder Yaikwab, the apostles and elders, you know, on down, we're establishing this new family, man. You know, which is an old family just coming back. You know,
grafting,
the grafting. You know, which is a threat unto Esau's system. Because even though we're plants, we're likened unto weeds in his system, man. What do weeds do? When weeds are amongst the plants, it chokes out and really makes it where the nutrients can't flow throughout the whole garden. Right? So even though we're plants of the Lord, we're really weeds to this system, man. You know? Continue.
Verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to kill and a time to heal. Keep going.
A time to break down and a time to build up.
Yeah, see, a time to break down and a time to build up. You know, our nation have been broken down, beaten asunder for 400 plus years. But we see through prophecy, which the Lord had written of throughout various points in the scriptures about the virgins being woken up, you know, the actual us being risen up on the third day. You see, dealing with going back to our Bivens, you know, because what they were called back then, the commandment keepers. And back then they had the you know, they was starting to keep the commandments because they was coming. There was OT Israelites, Old Testament mainly. Prior to Elder Abba Bivens, a lot of those Mosaic or biblical, what they would call like Jewish Israelites, they was actually learning from a lot of those Jews. Learning from Amalek, but the spirit jumping on Elder Abba Bivens, you know, he started to, as it is written, rightly divide the word of truth and understand through the spirit the Lord anointed his eye salve, you know, and that's the prophecy of with the Lord bringing the fathers back unto the sons and the sons unto the fathers, understanding, you know, what critical role he would play in the times of rebuilding this house. So this is a time of healing, man. What you about to say? You about to say
I was
something?
just saying how important Yahweh Shah was to that reconciliation
Yep.
of our people being in captivity back to the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
Because only one people fit the prophecies. You know?
Yeah.
The Jews kept certain laws and things, and that goes back to the Hasmonean dynasty. But now it's time for us to get our birthright and our heritage back in its proper place.
That's right.
Well, that.
Now, but I got something to back that up. Amos 9 and 11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen."
Yeah, so the Lord said in that day, what day? The times that we living in now. The Lord said he would raise up the tabernacles of David, which the word tabernacle goes into the word tent. Tabernacle in the Latin, you know, which means house or tent. This is the tabernacles of David that once fell that's being re-risen, man. Keep going.
It says, "And close up the breaches thereof."
And close up the breaches thereof. And as we're familiar with, when you go into David's house, that was a force to be reckoned with, man. They were taking down hella houses of Esau, all right, the houses of Ham.
Yep.
All the enemy nations were being subdued under that house of David, man. And David's hands were so bloody with the Lord said, I can't even have you to build the temple, man.
Put in a lot of work.
Because he put in a lot of that dirty work, you know. So it's the same thing now. Like what we're doing right now, this is the dirty work, man. This is the type of work that Jake don't want to do because they get the grit under their nails. You know, it's controversial. The blood, sweat, and tears. You know, you get ousted. You get looked at like an outcast or a barbarian, ostracized. What's that? You know, you become infamous. You know, but we take it respectfully through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, because the Lord said that in the prophecy that the servant's not going to be greater than the master, and if the master is going to have to suffer these things, how much more the servant? The Lord wasn't surfing on the people when he was on the planet Earth, man. Yeah, crowd surfing and, you know, doing different shows and, you know, Millie Rockets.
Yeah.
Right.
The people were looking to kill him. You know, now it was certain individuals that believed on his works, but the mass majority of people was looking to you know, take his head off his shoulders, man. You know, so we're living in them same times, but we take it, man, because it comes with the territory of preaching this gospel that a lot of people look at as bad news.
That's right.
That's what
Yep. It says, "And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old."
See, so he said, I will raise up his ruins and I will build it in the days of old. So how did it become a ruined government? Was when we fell. You know, you had a Solomon
Yep.
that proceeded after King David that had, what, 40 years of peace. You see, and in those 40 years, that was the most perfect government that was ever established on the face of the earth. All right, we had a 0% murder rate in the nation, you know, in Jerusalem, man. It was perfect. As it is written, it was a perfect kingdom. Jake was following the law, statutes, and commandments, you know, on point, doing their oblations and the sacrifices. You know, Jake wasn't following those different idols. You know, it wasn't like Jake was, you know, sneaking in the idol and worshiping it, you know, in Hebron.
Right.
You know.
And if they did, the law was executed.
And if they did, the law was executed perfectly. Because you had times prior to that where priests were being compromised, man.
Because remember, during the time of Solomon gaining power, he actually put out, I believe it was Shimei.
Yeah.
Shimei. Yeah, you know, he was going, you know, he had mocked David, and he was basically put on house arrest. And then he said, if you go outside of that, then you definitely did it. So, you know, whatever was done wrong, the law was executed perfectly, but for the most part, Solomon's kingdom was peaceful those 40 years.
That's right.
Until it started to get older.
And then you started to see the enemy start to come back. Which you can read that in that 1 Kings 10. It speaks about Hadad, the seed of Edom, started to come in power and started to pull us out, and started to basically that's how, you know, we started to lose our grandeur, lose our power. That was it, right? Got that.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9. It says, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
Yep. So the Lord said he put his words in our mouth. Continue.
Verse 10, see, I have this day set thee over the nations.
See, I have this day set these, or set you, over the nations. Keep going.
And over the kingdoms.
And over the kingdoms. Keep going.
To root out.
To do what? To root out. All right. Continue.
And to pull down.
And to pull down. Like, hey, scriptures liken these kingdoms unto what? Strongholds. What's a stronghold? Something that holds itself strong on your mind, which is a philosophy, you know, a style of living. Like this American system, what is the main thing they push? Democracy. That's a stronghold. You got these different jakes. They want to be the Democrat or Republican, you know. They actually follow whatever branch that the devil give them, and it ain't nothing but basically two heads on the same damn beast, man. Right. You know? And that's why we break these different things down to the point that a baby could understand it, so that you jakes can see clearly through your enemy. As it is, we tell you directly. And the general point of it too is the scripture says, never trust thine enemy, man. Right. You know? Continue.
To root out and to pull down.
To root out and to pull down. If you look at roots are very, very strong in that earth, man.
Yeah.
It's not easy to just uproot. And we just talked about how Esau is like a Green Bay tree. It ain't just, he ain't no damn dandelions, you know, on the side of the damn, you know, highway, man. We're talking about a super kingdom. Daniel likened unto a beast, 7 heads and 10 horns, you know, which those horns represent power of governments. And it's likened unto what? A mountain. You see, mountains be having ripples in them. It's like hills that literally be, you know, these supersized mountains that's connected to make a mountain. So this isn't just no little, you know, little peon government we talking about, right?
Like mangrove roots. You ever been to a swamp? You got the mangrove trees, and them roots be down in the down under the water. They come up and then they come down. You know, they like literally like suck into that. Like a lot of them trees are connected together.
Yeah, they are.
The roots ain't taking themselves together. So if you root up one tree, you got another 10 trees down there. You got to root up. But the roots connected. That's just how connected these heathen in this system that Esau ruling is over the earth.
Psalm the 83rd chapter.
Yep, Psalms 83. Yeah.
Yep. But through the Spirit, at the same time, we're still doing it. Yeah. That's the power. It's not us. It's not a man. You know, it's some of the power of Yahweh Shem Shai putting the Spirit on his men to pull down these different governments. Because a lot of jakes didn't believe that this could be done. Right. That the devil could actually be exposed. It's been hundreds of years of Jake trying to really, you know, get this devil off of his pivot. You know, because Esau, when he stepped himself in the earth, it wasn't a nation that could move him. But we're starting to see, just like it shows you on the movie 300, that so-called God King, when Esau puts himself up, can be pierced. You watch the end of 300, Leonidas threw that javelin. Yeah. And it didn't kill Xerxes, but it actually split his flesh. Yeah. And you see how he was bugged out. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he made a so-called God bleed.
Because he made a so-called God bleed. And it's the same thing now. We're actually showing this man that he can be penetrated. You know? His kingdom is not a perfect kingdom. The Lord said that your chariots, are, you know, he's going to show you that you're just a man, and your chariots, you can get that bumper shot in Isaiah. Chariots of flesh.
Isaiah 31.
Oh, you about to say?
No, I was just going there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
And bumper shot, if I can add, what we're seeing is Esau had a level of absolute power based off of the birthright that Isaac gave Esau. He was to get the dew of the heaven, but he was to get it by the sword. And he got it by the sword. What does the old saying go? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So what we're seeing too is his corruption with him destroying himself. He's stretching himself too thin. His own, like I said in Psalm 64, he got whistleblowers, his tongue is falling upon himself. So now the heathen are making themselves strong, and wherever pot shots they can get in, they're taking their pot shots, but it's hurting.
It's hurting.
And the ultimate hurt is coming at the head, which is this truth coming at the direct head of the spirit against Esau. Because the heads of the elites, they're watching the prophets.
Yep. Watching for the prophets.
Elam and Ham ain't got no prophets. Okay?
Right.
The main prophets is talking about the people of Jacob, Israel. Okay? So we're seeing the absolute power corrupt.
That's right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down
Yep.
and to destroy
And to destroy,
and to throw down,
and to throw down,
to build and to plant."
to build and to plant. So we're building, but simultaneously bulldozering and demolishing these different kingdoms, man. Or what? Cutting down these different lies. Hey, like the other day was what? Halloween. You got a lot of jakes that eat up that bullshit, man.
Right.
And we, like I said, we ain't got to go through the whole rundown of how wicked Halloween is right now.
Obvious,
You know, it's obvious. It's a satanic holiday. But you jakes, you live off of that ignorance is bliss. All right, envying the devil and what he does, and then following him, being conformed to his system. The Lord said He set us over the nations. That's why it tells you in Romans the 12th chapter, don't be conformed, man. Transform yourself. Which is the word transform is the switch your form. Trans is a switch in your form. The format of living, which is what? The style of the world. You know, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. The Lord is taking us from that earthly, sensual mindset and changing that image. You know, like the Lord said, having that image in the heavens, man. You got that?
Yeah, actually, I had a quick one.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Real quick before that, Isaiah 31. This is 2 Ezra 4. You know, basically going back to the point of how basically with this kingdom is being spiritually uprooted, man. But eventually it's going to be it's going to manifest in the physical, but it's going to be uprooted.
Okay,
Right? It's 2 Ezra 4 and 29. If therefore that which is sown.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. That's the one right there.
It says, therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
And what is that which is sown? This kingdom. Babylon the Great. America with the 3 K's in the middle, man. This is that which is sown. You see how when Esau started to put his hand in the earth, he started to put down aggressive policies on the American shores to the point where Native American policy was suspended. There ain't no Native American laws that's followed, unless they're in their own little community. But they're not imposing Native American laws over no damn Edomite laws on their own country.
Right.
So this is that kingdom and country that's sown, man. Keep going.
Yep. It says
Sown in wickedness.
Yep. It says, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Yeah, so if the kingdom where evil is sown pass not away, it said, then cannot it come that's sown with good, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. So these certain jakes that's really in that mindset of making it here, they don't want the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You can only want one kingdom. Either the current kingdom or the preceding kingdom, which is the kingdom of glory. This kingdom is full of, like I said, it's full of evil, man. You got these different robbers, you got these scammers, you got the devil that rules over you, that's poisoning your food supply, your water supply. But you jakes don't see it. You still, like I said, that ignorance is bliss mentality, man. But us brothers in the faith, we see, man, this is it's called a temporal kingdom. All these previous kingdoms which we seen fall, whether it was Babylon the Great, the Medo-Persian Empire, Greece and Rome, they were strong kingdoms, but they were all temporal. They were all lacking one way or another. That's why the prophecy tells you that in the book of Daniel, many tekel upharsin, which it speaks about how it was balanced. Matter of fact, can you get that on chapter? Daniel, it's a little bit more on that.
Isaiah, right?
Yeah.
Isaiah 31.
But I want to get that Daniel real fast, and I'm gonna go back to that many tekel upharsin, because that same thing applies to America now. Which that was a writing on the wall, through the spirit, and that was I wouldn't use the word fortune telling, but basically prophecy.
Right.
It was prophecy on the wall.
Yeah, it was an oracle.
It was an oracle.
It was a sign. Right.
Yeah. I got it right here. This is Daniel chapter 5 and 24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Many, tekel upharsin.
So it was written many, tekel upharsin. Keep going.
This is the interpretation of the thing. Many. The Most High hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it.
Yeah, see, like this kingdom. This kingdom is numbered and it's finished.
I gotta read that again.
You gotta bring it back.
It says this is the interpretation of the thing.
And this is the interpretation of this thing, like it was the interpretation of that thing.
Yep.
Keep going.
The Most High hath numbered thy kingdom.
The Most High have numbered that kingdom or this kingdom
and finished it.
and finished it. Because we all know the kingdoms reincarnate, man.
Right.
All right, they come back repackaged. America is just an amalgamation of previous kingdoms.
It's just like with the iPhone and the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same phone, upgraded every year with a couple more pixels on the camera.
Yeah, more software, but nonetheless, it has the same same mainframe, so to speak, same core. When you break it down to the core, it's a damn iPhone, man. So it's the same thing America. When America's broken down to its core, it's Babylon, it's all these different kingdoms just in one. Because when Greece took down, when the Medes and the Persians took down Babylon, they took down their idols. There was still those. Not only was victuals and stuff stolen from our kingdoms, those nations were getting their shit stolen, man.
Yep.
Like Egypt, the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of Queens, all those different tombs was raided and robbed.
Multiple times by multiple different empires.
Multiple times by multiple different empires. That's why you have grave diggers.
Yep.
And you have what they call the Pantheon, which the word Pantheon, pan is all theon goes into the word theo, gods. It's basically a museum of idols.
Right.
They had the Pantheon, and you also have libraries. All right, dealing with Alexander the Great, because when Alexander the Great got into power, throughout Ptolemy and these different individuals, mainly Alexander, he set up the library in Alexandria, Egypt. Because when they was getting into Egypt, they started to put their strongholds there, and they started to steal all those different artifacts and those scrolls, the House of Scrolls and things of that nature, where they would actually find these inscriptions and these writings, that actually were historically accurate, that was on point, and then they would house it for themselves, man.
Right, so they could gain all the knowledge of these different nations.
Yep. It's a little bit more on that.
Yeah, I got one more. This is verse 27.
My bad.
Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting.
Yeah, so the Lord is like a scale, which the scale, when you deal with law, it deals with judges, man, and it deals with justice. So when you actually weigh America on the scale of justice or the scale of balance, it's wanting. It ain't leveling out right. And that's from its financial system. Let's deal with the finances. It ain't leveling out right. That's why these different jakes are always complaining about their wages, because the wages towards the rich and the wages towards the poor, it's a drop.
Right. There's a very significant wealth gap.
It's a significant wealth gap. Yeah.
Okay. All right. They lend their wages upon usury. Okay. So everything is out of balance here, man. You can see it. That the house is out of order. All right, the way men and women deal with each other is out of order. The way the money and the wealth is distributed is out of order. Okay, nature is off of balance.
Yep.
All right, and ultimately the ultimate measure of balance is the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Okay, so when you weigh Babylon in comparison to the righteousness of the scriptures, the wickedness, I mean, there is no righteousness. It's just straight wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High has to come and correct that, man.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah, it's the sin.
Yep.
Sin and iniquity. Like I said, it's not even because you had even other kingdoms. Let's deal with the Persians and the Medes Empire. That was a wicked empire.
Yes, it was.
But they gave us a little bit of license to even build the temple and do our thing. We knew we was Israelites, and they respected to a certain level. You had wickedness and individuals trying to, get us out of our element.
Right.
But to a certain level, they actually gave us a little bit of, reverence. Those are the priests.
Yeah.
Those are the Israelites.
Yeah.
We're gonna let them keep their shares of income and build and their government. we ain't even. I think even was it Darius? I think he allowed like certain. I think he actually pledged and gave them money. He gave them money to actually build the temple and things of that nature. You know, to reestablish the you know, the walls and things of that nature in Jerusalem. But not here in America. You get blackballed for your so-called freedom of speech. You know, Esau's trying to make it where you don't have the freedom to assemble. They already put us as a terrorist organization, and we haven't done one act of terrorism yet. How the hell are we a terrorist organization, and we haven't done anything that terrorized this country?
Right.
You can't link any type of fucking city bombing, bridge bombing. You know, you can't link anything to any Israelite.
Right. You can't link a mass shooting.
Can't link a mass shooting.
Every time they try to do it, it comes out as some folly.
Yeah, it comes out as somebody that kind of learn or saw a video. You know, like they try to loosely connect. Yeah, you know, loosely connect because nobody that's actually a part of an organization or any camp or group is doing anything like that.
Yeah, right. Matter of fact, part of the doctrine is not to put your hands on Cain.
Exactly.
That's part of the doctrine.
That's Genesis.
You leave Cain alone.
Cain alone.
That's right.
Leave his ass alone. Know yourself.
It's more that.
I'll look at some more.
I had a quick point to go with that description about basically how the kingdom is, you know, its number is about to be destroyed. Hey man, that's becoming clear to these people out here, man, that this place is about to be on its way out. You got this woman, which I did a video on her earlier this week, named Brittany Cooper, right? She's a professor at Rutgers University, and she's, you know, basically like uproar in the news. They're saying, look, you so-called white people, y'all about to get up out of here, man.
Oh yeah.
Black, you know, black
we gotta
woman.
do away.
She was like, man, look, man, you know, go read the scripture. She said, look, everything got a beginning and an end.
Yep.
She said, white supremacy had a beginning, it had an origin,
Yep.
and it has to have an end. I was like, man, I got a video on this, man.
Yeah.
And you go to the comment board, he's so mad, and fat bitch. Man, because you ain't got a damn thing to say, man. Because it's fact.
You ain't called out.
You ain't called out, man.
Get caught out on your show, man. Which is a grief to this devil.
That's right.
Because everybody, you know, like any boxer or any athlete, they all have their prime, man.
That's right.
You know, where everybody was, you know, glorifying them and gloating off of, you know, their victories.
Yeah.
But then when they have their decline, you know, none of them want to actually, what's the word? Come to grips that they're actually not the man anymore.
That's why they hate Mayweather.
Right. Yeah.
That's why they hate Mayweather.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yep.
Right.
But it's the same thing with Esau. Esau, you know, that God complex that, you know, it used to work out in his best interest.
Yeah.
You know, that manifest destiny mentality, you know, running through these different nations, pillaging and just robbing, destroying them for their resources. It actually helped this devil fulfill prophecy of Job 9:24.
Right.
But it also put him at a certain it put him at a certain point that he couldn't pass, man. That's why the Lord said he set the bounds. That's dealing on a physical, and it deals with in the spirit. You know, he can't. His kingdom is numbered. He can't go past like when you have those sand with the sand clock, those little sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't add more specks to that sand clock, man. No matter what you do, when those joints drop down to the last few, it's gonna drop at the exact same time. That's why the Lord speaks about that time. Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. The Lord is big on time, man. You got okay.
Quick one. This is what you said, Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah. So it says, thou hast appointed the bounds that he cannot pass. And you see that these devils are looking to break the basically break the format of prophecy.
Right, which scriptures tell you that in the book of Psalms, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? You know, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, which that begins with Yahushai. All right, he's the Hamashiach, the anointed. All right, saying, let us break their bands asunder and let us cast away their cords from us, man. All right, so Esau, you know, for a long time, like scriptures tell you in Revelations, the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, all right, he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, so he's been setting out these different agendas, all right, to help forward his kingdom, all right, to help prolong his kingdom, man. All right, because the inward thought is that his house shall continue forever. Okay, but like again, in the book of Psalms, it is a vain thing because the Lord set up his bounds that he cannot pass.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
All right.
That's right.
The dominion of the earth is given to Yahushua, first and foremost, who is of the tribe of Judah, all right, of the seed of David, all right, and then the 144,000 elect.
That's right.
All right, and then the rest of the 1/3, which are of the nation of Israel. That's who the dominion of the earth is going to be given over to, man. The prophecy in Daniel tells you that, man. The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, man. So your bounds are already set. Your boundaries are already set. Okay,
That's right.
You can't jump over that. And it's just like when you'll see like in certain movies.
Yep.
Where they'll probably drive and they'll see that daredevil damn near leap.
Yeah.
Daredevil leap.
Yeah, that daredevil leap.
You're gonna leap into a pit.
Yeah, you're gonna leap
straight
into a
down.
pit. He think he gonna leap and make it to,
Right,
you
this
know.
ain't no GTA leap.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be one of them
straight
leaps.
down.
You gonna fail miserably.
Yep.
What it say? The Lord says that in Luke 10:18, I've seen Satan like lightning fall from
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's falling. It ain't even like he's gonna almost get there. Now, but you know what? The scripture says that he's going when he's about to fill his belly.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get to a certain point,
But you're gonna be stopped short.
but he's gonna be stopped short.
You know?
You got that
This is Joe.
matter of fact, oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's Isaiah 31, 31 and 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High.
Yeah, so it says the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. When the Egyptians was in power, especially in that government, they was getting proud as hell, man.
Very proud. That's why when you go over to Egypt, you see the tall statues of the pharaohs, the haughty looks, head all up,
Head up.
you know what I'm saying, with the crowns and headdresses.
Yeah.
All right, the big old monuments. The Egyptians were very proud and arrogant people, man. Okay, and that's why the Lord continually humbled them throughout history, man.
Yeah.
Kept bringing them lower and lower.
Yep.
That's right.
Now to the point where they don't even, the descendants of them don't even know they Egyptian. They just wandering around Africa, hopping
Meanwhile,
on leg.
Ishmael all up in there.
Yeah.
It's on Ishmael just in there
Moab.
lounging.
I'm saying,
In
getting,
Moab.
you know what I'm saying, getting trafficked,
Getting trafficked.
right, trading around, digging up diamonds and shit,
Yeah.
getting blowing each other away.
Just finished, man.
Finished.
In them dirty huts.
Yeah. Now Ishmael over here thinking that he was a descendant of Pharaoh.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you got a lot of them people in South Sudan that believe the white people were actually the original Egyptians, man.
Yeah.
You know, looking at Ptolemy, like you know, certain statues and shit like that of the white man. Yo, those are Egyptians. Those are original Egyptians, man. Nigga, you the Egyptian, man. But when it said that the Egyptians are man and not the Most High, the Lord is the master of humbling, man. You know, that's why the Lord, nobody can humble like the Lord. Because what? Humbling really deals with humiliation. The scripture says before honor is humility. And whenever somebody's that's in an honorable seat has to get humbled, usually they what? Get dropped low.
Yeah, you drop low, right?
You know? So these different nations that was proud, you know, they had their head on high. We see how the Lord put them down, man. Like we just said, the prime example is the Egyptians.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It says, I read it back. This is Isaiah 31:3. Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit.
And their horses flesh and not spirit. What's the proof of that? When Moses parted the sea, what was it, the Gulf of Aqaba? When they was going through that Gulf, you know, you had the Gulf of Aqaba. You had Moses going through, which everybody says today is the Red Sea, but it's more so not the sea, it's
Which
the actual
the
Gulf.
Red Sea flows into
The red,
that
which it flows into the Gulf.
Yeah.
But when he was going through the Gulf of Aqaba, you see, the actual Egyptian chariots was running through there, and actually that when they was actually leaving, the flood
You try to turn back.
it turned back and it basically came back again together and it destroyed the chariots, man. And the proof of that, they have archaeologists have actually went to that Gulf, went to that area, and they found chariot fragments, man.
Like
Wheels
of the chariots.
The wheels of the chariots,
Yeah.
they all throughout there, man.
How did they get there? Somebody just threw chariot wheels down there?
Yeah. Hey, they got bones down there and shit.
Brass
down
chairs,
there.
wheels made of brass. Who's throwing brass down in the middle of the night?
Yeah, which chariot rider was stupid enough in history ever to do just jump
And then you gotta look at how far away the chariot wheels were found from the
Yeah.
It's like nobody can drive. You're not riding a chariot unless it was dry at one point.
Right. Right.
And it was never dry unless it
Some
was during the
miracle
time
happened.
of Moses.
That's a miracle.
And the devils know, man. So that's a prime example. With the Egyptians, they were just men. They were penetrable, and they got penetrated. Their kingdom got penetrated and destroyed. You want to say something,
All
Kyle?
right, so I have a quick one for you.
Okay, go.
This is Psalm 9 and 20. It says, "Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men." Salah.
That the nations may know themselves to be but men. Because like I said, when these different nations got to a certain point, you couldn't tell them a damn thing, man. You know, you couldn't tell the people. Look at the pride of the people after the Braves won.
Right.
You can't tell niggas in Atlanta
Can't tell
damn
them
thing
shit.
for the next 20 years, man. You know, they had this big ass fucking parade the other day. You know, let's see the prime example. Right. We can't tell them America's gonna be destroyed. We can't tell them Atlanta is gonna fall in thermonuclear missiles, man. You got a lot of these people that got the image of Atlantis like Atlanta. Oh, even if Atlanta falls, you know, it's gonna actually rise up from the fucking ruins, like the city of Atlanta. Or if it's flooded, you know, niggas gonna be able to still live there after. That's the image of these people. You can't tell them otherwise, man. You got it's just a giant shit show.
Right. It says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together.
So it says that when the Lord stretches out his hand, what's the hand? The hand is significant for power, man. That's why when it comes to disasters and when it comes to destruction, they liken it unto God-like, how do they say it? God-like proportions.
Right.
Biblical proportions.
Right. Because only the God of the Bible could be responsible for this. They know, man, the Heavenly Father, man, the God of the Israelites is the only true power, man.
That's right.
They just don't want to acknowledge it to its full extent.
Right.
Which is why when the Lord returns, man, he says, the heathen shall know that I am the Lord. And then they shall know that I am the Lord, because the earth needs a reminder, man.
That's right.
Okay?
And that's why whenever we hear about the end times, the apocalypse, people always go back to the Bible, man.
Yeah, right.
They ain't going to the Book of the Dead, the writings of Moab to find out what the hell is going on in this earth. They're going to the scriptures, man.
Going to the scriptures.
You're right.
You know?
Right.
And it says that he that helpeth and he that is hoping shall fall in, they shall all fall together.
Right.
That deals with you, Jakes, that's trying to keep the structure of America together, man.
Right.
Joining the white man's military, fighting the white man's war. And you're going to see how the military, which they're doing now, how they're going to pawn you these little military niggas out, man. You certain Jakes that, you know, you sign up for the military for a challenger, you know, and you know, in a nice apartment at the crib, you gonna see that all that shit was for nothing, man. They had this movie with the guy, I forget his name, from he played in Jurassic Park. I don't know that white guy's name.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. He played in the movie where it was actually so-called aliens from another. What was it? Tomorrow's War? That was a good ass movie. I might have to watch that again. I don't usually watch a lot of movies twice, but that was a good one.
That was good.
But they had where basically it was supernatural entities, so to speak, and they made them white. You know, they made them beast-like or whatnot. But that really represented the angels, man. You know. And they were
savages,
because they had where the individuals was coming from their planet, and they actually warned the people on Earth that it's some deities, basically, you know, or supernatural fucking beasts that in the future they're gonna just destroy the planet. And you saw how the military, they started to make it where they established a draft. All right, and in that draft, what would they do? They gave that guy Chris Pratt the chip. They gave him the prick or the jab, or really, you know, the MOTB, you know, prior to that. And then they basically had it where, you know, he actually, you know, did the leap to the future or whatnot. And in that movie, you started to see how fearful that military was. When they was sending droves of people, only 2 or 3 of them might have came back, man. And they came back bugged out, talking about what they seen. A lot of them couldn't even utter it. That's even in the scriptures. When the Lord said that in Wisdom of Solomon, you know, darkness fell upon the people in fear, you know, to the point where certain people couldn't even, you know, utter what they actually say, man. The Lord is going to bring that type of hell on the planet Earth. And only the ones that have stayed in the faith and has been striving in the spirit and path of on the path of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to be the only ones that's going to be able to keep ourselves together in that day, man.
Because we don't have that spirit to endure, because we already knew what was going to happen. We took heed to the warning.
We took heed unto the warning. Yeah, like when we watch these movies, we don't watch them with an entertaining eye, man. We watch them in the spirit, like, yo, this is prophecy.
Yeah.
This what the Most High finna do. This what the Lord finna do. The Lord finna buck these people the hell out.
Yeah.
So when it comes, it's gonna be damn near second nature unto us, because we already prepping our minds around what the hell is finna go down any damn way.
That's
man.
right, bro.
Some more on that? That was the main.
Nope, that was it.
Okay, you got free. What was that?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2.
Do you want me to start up? We said Habakkuk 2.
Yeah.
We started 2.
Okay. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
Yep.
And will watch to see what he will say unto me.
Yeah, this is the tower. When you look at the tower is the most elevated point on the city, man. You'll see these kingdoms, and you will have individuals that's on in the battlements or the towers. You know, usually it's archers or individuals that actually can sound the alarm so that the masses of the people can hear. And that's what we're doing. We're blowing the trumpet, as it is written in Isaiah 58 chapter, you know, on that mountain, so that the people can actually hear what's going to come down, man, what's going to precipitate onto the people, which is what? Death, destruction, doom, this devil coming down with great wrath, pursuing the Revelation 12 and 12. And we watch, man, you know, we get on all these different alternative media.
Yeah.
Brothers be on TikTok watching.
TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok changed the game.
That's a new app.
Yeah, TikTok changed the game, man.
TikTok crazy. You know? But we watch it on all formats. It don't matter what it is. It might be on Facebook,
Yeah, we on Odyssey.
you know,
Odyssey.
Odyssey,
Yeah.
YouTube, you know, on Al Jazeera, these alternative RT. You name them, where any type of inkling of truth, it's some brother in there.
Anywhere you
Dabu.
can freely post
Dabu.
information. Yeah, Dabu. Yeah.
You know?
It would be remiss.
We got them, like when the Lord was speaking about the angels in the heavens, it said that they basically had eyes all over them, so to speak. That's the same thing. The Lord said, we got that same spirit too on the planet Earth. We got eyes on every goddamn thing, man. Oh, you got something?
Yep.
Okay, bring it up.
Real quick, this is Psalms 19 and 1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament shew of his handiwork.
Yeah.
Day unto day utter speech, and night unto night shew of knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Yeah,
It says,
that's the net.
that's
You know?
www.
www.
World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web.
Hey, this is the famous internet scripture, man.
Yep, and we take these things from the internet and we filter it through spiritual lenses, so that you Jakes can see what's gonna happen, man. The impending doom. And that's an art, man. A lot of people can't get on the internet and see prophecy
And navigate.
and navigate.
Seek through the truth.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
It's all type of science out here, which is knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge out here. We're on the same platform as all these other people.
Right.
You know? But it takes a spiritual man to discern between what is true and what is not true.
That's right.
You know?
I got a definition real quick. Y'all mentioned the word web. This is the definition for web. It says a complex system of interconnected elements.
Hey, this is the web. You know?
That's it.
Because in the spirit, you know, we're connecting the dots.
Yeah.
You know, this is a complex system. We'll get into certain information, and some brothers will look into it, you know, to get the fullness of the understanding.
You get caught by this.
And you get caught by this.
You get caught by it.
Paul likened this unto what he said that how is it written? That he said that I might catch you, you know, with guile.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
You know?
Right, yep.
Hey, and another thing too, what a web does is it connects you from one access point to another.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, that's why if you look at like a duck or a turtle, you look at their foot, their toes are connected through that web. Web feet, you know, but their toes are connected to that web, you know, and that's like us. We have many different outlets and sources that we can use to all go to that central location, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
We have
You know?
links.
Say again, bro.
We have links.
We got links.
We got links. We linked up.
We linked in the spirit. So now what we doing is, if you on this side of the web, okay, because some people might use this browser or this search engine, but then you will have this cluster of brothers. You might use this, and you might find something over here, and you all bring it together because you're that interconnected system that's composed of many different elements. And that's how America is being broken down. Okay? Through a web of intercongealed information. And you mad because we smart. That's what it is. You mad because the Spirit of the Lord made us smart. And we use the tools to confound your fucking asses, man.
Because really, your tools is our tools. We learn through the Spirit how to tap into it, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's right. That's right.
Because this can be likened unto, this could be likened unto on the left hand side like a crystal ball, you know, or a weapon of witchcraft. A lot of people use this as sorcery, man. You know, putting out all kind of demonism, you know, or this can be likened unto a German thumb. You know, an actual instrument that you can see, prophecy that you can actually see.
Lights and perfection.
Lights and perfection. That's right.
It says their line is going out through their line is going out through all the earth.
The line is going, and you can, even on the internet, you could go to YouTube and it's, I forget the exact point where you can actually look at the different countries that see the, you go on the main, whether it's Atlanta or the New York, you know, and actually go inside of your, I forget the exact term.
Analytics.
You could go to the analytics.
You can see exactly where who's watching the video. I did a lesson on it a couple years ago. You will see, you have somebody from China watching. You have somebody from Philippines, Australia. Everyone's in I see someone in Ireland.
Ireland. Damn Rothschilds in the damn Czech Republic or something, man. Watching the videos. Video might got 4 views.
Just clip the page. Clip that page.
You know?
You got scripture. It says their line is going out through all the earth.
Their line is going out through the earth. And that's the prophecy too, where it says that this word shall be spread throughout the earth, and the end shall come.
That's right.
You know?
And see, Esau thought that he was going to use his technology to get over.
Right.
You see, but the Lord is always, he's the ancient of days. He already know what you're gonna be about.
Right. He already programmed you to do it.
He programmed you to do this, you know? So they got the satellites to track and monitor people, but really those satellites is still boosted up to go from line to line, earth to earth to earth. They try to be big brother, but the Lord set it up from where the truth is gonna go from earth to earth. I mean from country to country, state to state, you know.
And he can't do nothing about it. This devil can only control so much. He has a spread. He got some wingspan. He's known as the eagle, but that spread only spreads so far. He ain't the most high now. You know,
he didn't truly fully understand this blessing. Isaac did say that he was going to get the dew of the heaven and the earth, but it said only by the sword that he shall get it. Wherever your sword did not touch, you don't control. So where you can't actually weaponize the country against the people and resources against the people, you can't control it.
Right.
You know, no matter how far your witchcraft reaches.
And that's why Russia and China, they ain't having it.
Because the sword can't touch them.
That's right.
It says, and their words to the end of the world, and them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun.
And them has he set a tabernacle for the sun. So to understand, so this is a tabernacle for the sun, you know, and everything is like you have solar panels, solar generated. We generated by the sun, which is Yahweh, the son of righteousness, the son of righteousness. You know, and this is that sun that's not going to go down. We had it where we was in our low phases, you know, and darkness covered the people. We was in that darkness. It tells you that in the book of Titus how we were once foolish. You know,
Ephesians says the same.
I got a quick read. This is Psalms 85 and 11. It says, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Hey, well, spring means what? It means to bring forward, to propel, man. And the truth has came out of the earth. All right? Through the Lord pouring out his inspiration from the heavens upon certain men, starting with the elder Abba Bivens.
Okay? Passed on down now to the apostles, the elders, and the other brothers that you see out here consistently laboring. That's the spring or the well of truth that's shining out right now, man. And a lot of these Edomites out here, they mad. They mad that you see brothers standing boldly professing what's true. Okay? Because the grip that Esau was able to use to tighten up his clinches on the earth was deception. It was a grip of deception. He lied to you. He made you believe in those lies. Now that we're starting to peel back that grip one finger at a time, he's mad. We peeling that pinky back. Then we peeling that ring. Then we gonna peel that middle back. All the way to where his grip ain't as tight as it used to be, man. And that nigga's mad. Okay? He's mad, but you know what? Deservingly so, Esau. Deservingly so, man. Because you lied to the world. Now, the prophetic aspect of the truth is happening to you right now, man. Because see, a part of the prophecies was also you deceiving the world. Okay? Somebody read Job 9:24, Baba Kashaf. That was a part of the prophecy. You had to lie. You had to deceive. But then he didn't consider the latter, where those lies was gonna actually get hammered down, man. Okay? And there's gonna be some more things that's gonna come out about you Edomites before all hell break loose. Okay? And a lot of the world gonna start to see you devils for who you are. And they seeing that that's the spirit. It's happening right now.
Let's say about the liberal man. How's it worded?
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's this is what it says, the liberal soul shall be made fat.
No.
Something about the churl.
Yeah, the churl.
Oh yeah, I got it.
That's it.
Isaiah 32:5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
I couldn't think of the first word. Yeah, the vile person. That's Esau, man. All right. Now he's looked at as a liberal person, godly, just a great, excellent so-called white man. Right. But all the, like you said, all the dirt is coming up now. He's being looked at as foul, man. And everybody's like, no, he ain't what we thought this guy was to be the whole time, man. He's nothing but the goddamn devil, man.
Yeah, because what? He made the Israelites the filth of the earth.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Growing up, when you think about Haitians, you thought they was Africans.
Oh yeah.
He made them the filth of the earth, man.
Right.
He made the so-called Negroes that's here in America, he turned them into pieces of shit, man.
Right.
Excuse my language. But that was all to deflect his true identity, man. Okay? So that it could reflect off the children of light. But guess what? The Lord is purging and cleansing us with His word. Now we shining forth with the spirit of truth, man. Through Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. So now you devils got a real situation on your hand, man. I'm gonna say this in the spirit. You Edomites, you're more worried about the Israelites than you are about the Russians.
Oh hell yeah.
We the real thorn in your fucking hip, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Well, real quick, this is just to back off the that precept right there. It's Habakkuk 2:16. Just to go back on that expose on this devil. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered."
Yeah, what's that foreskin? Represents uncleanness. And it said with a shame for glory. Yeah, because Esau peeled back his shame and gave you basically the one side of the story. Like he basically, he's perfect.
Right.
And they covered up all the filth. They covered up all the grime. They, like when it speaks about basically the whore. Yeah. America is known as a whore in the scriptures, but it speaks about the scarlet. It speaks about the beautiful at the same simultaneously. But you're not really looking into the internal parts of this thought. It takes a certain eye. The Lord really put the investigative eye, on the men of the Lord to actually uncover the truth on this beast. Isaiah the 47th chapter.
Because you know why? Because if you look at a whole, you can't tell age or not.
Right.
You can't see what's inside. You can't see what's inside that box. It's a decrepit, dilapidated mumps, lumps, all kind of stench, discharge,
gargoyles.
Just nastiness going on up in there. But on the outside, all you see is what? A fat ass.
Yeah.
A nice walk, pretty smile. Well, see, when you dig into America, then you start to become a spiritual gynecologist, man.
Yeah.
and you like, you know what? This is a nasty motherfucker here, man.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Oh,
yeah.
I seen about
See burning?
golden cup. The inside the cup was blasphemies,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the blasphemies, you know, full of wicked abominations. Hey, the scriptures speak about the cum, I said the cum, but the scum is come up out the pot.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the pot.
Which in that pot you probably got cum.
Yeah.
Spiritual cum, snot, boogers, blood, sweat,
And that's what they made the other nations drink.
just a nasty skunk pot. That's a miracle, man. That's like you, if you want to be a part of this Babylonian pot, that's like you going and getting the dip spoon, the Big Dipper. You go get the Big Dipper and you make a soup out of it, man.
They had a when I was
That's why
a
the
spirit
says,
cooking.
Oh yeah, that's spirit cooking. Yeah.
Well, that's why the scripture says he should not be. This place should not be a culture.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be the flesh there.
Yeah, I was gonna make this a quick point. When I was a kid, I remember back in the '90s, they had a Power Rangers movie. It had Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze.
And Ivan Ooze was basically synonymous with America, man. He would get people by the ooze. Look, it was packaged perfectly and shit like that. He had the advertisement.
Advertising.
You know,
He had them hypnotized. Everybody
everybody was on it. But the children was the ones that was woken up from the bullshit. The babes.
Babes knew.
And what's significant with the babes, I always thought about in the spirit, children have to have a level of imagination, man. They could think outside of the fucking literal norm of everything that's going on, man. You know? And that's the same thing in the spirit. Like the Lord has you know, that's why he's liking us the children of Israel, bringing us back into this knowledge to see through this shit so that we, you know, the cup that Esau has passed on to the world, we ain't sipping that shit, man. We're here to expose it.
The elect is not indoctrinated. Like children aren't really fully indoctrinated. Children are not fully indoctrinated into society. It's pretty much a black and white world until they reach a certain age. So the Lord has it to where the elect are not indoctrinated into society. You know, we get to a certain age.
They're virgins.
You know, virgins, we get to a certain point to where we see through the lies that Esau has put out there through the deception, and the Lord guides us the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna start from the beginning. It says, this Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
If I may say, when he speaks about the foreskin being uncovered, that goes into when you peel like on the tip, on the tip of the penis. What's under the foreskin is a bunch of dirt. It's a bunch of nasty, caked up stuff, which is why, according to the law, you're supposed to be circumcised, so it won't the head of your rod won't collect dust. Well, Esau, what the scripture is saying is, if you pull back his spiritual foreskin, it's nothing but dirt, man. And it's being revealed that this is a dirty man. But he going and putting his dirt on everybody else. Inserting it in their spirit, man.
And charging them.
And then charging them. You know, saying, no, it was y'all the whole time. Man. See, what the Lord is doing right now, the Lord is breaking down a heavy stronghold through the cleanliness, man. Okay? Through the cleanliness of the word. By shining the light on the dirt, man. We're a spiritual black light, man.
Spiritual black light.
We're a spiritual black light. We shining the light on all the filth and the grime and the dust of America.
It says, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. You know, and like I said, we the ones that actually push it out. Like you have like homicide detectives, criminal investigation. You know, that can really crack the code and connect the dots. And usually, in order to crack codes, the main things are what? Blood samples, you know, hair follicles, any type of fluid or bodily exchanges or anything that's DNA related to actually connect the dots. And that's how we can see through this devil on all fronts, man. And see, everything goes back to the goddamn white man. We say it so much to the point where Jake think it starts to become I forget the word, how people say it, monotonous. Monotonous. Because we always say the white man this, the white man that. It is the white man. It all does go back to the white man. The white man is responsible for destroying all of these damn nations. He's responsible for poisoning the water supply, poisoning the food supply, destroying the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Right.
Do your homework.
Right, deliberately setting up systems to exploit them even further and to keep them down even further than that, man.
That's right.
All right, so I mean, Jake knows, man. Again, it's about them being comfortable, and Jake has been so oppressed, man. They're actually afraid to call this demon out, man. Okay, they're afraid to call Esau out because they've been so petrified by the power of the sword, man. Okay, it's a damn shame, man.
But now, like the end of the scripture said, it says, and shameful spewing shall be on thy what?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so when it's saying shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory, now remember this was the land of the free, the home of the brave. You know what I'm saying? And now through the Spirit, now you go into Thessalonians, it speaks about on how he's being identified, man. All right, that man of sin is being identified.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and that's where we're at. We're at the point where every lie that this devil has came up with and pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, they're being revealed now.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this in the spirit. It's a beautiful thing to finally see this devil not being able to control the full narrative.
Right.
Okay? See, right now, in the spirit, see, this is a small sanctuary. So our arms, of course, don't reach as long as this devil does. But guess what? We're going to go to the gates of the nobles. The Lord going to start to stretch his arm out against Babylon, man. So yeah, we going to actually meet that frequency, man. We're going to meet the extensive measures that you devils take to deceive. Truth is going to be on your fucking hind parts, man. As it is now, but it ain't got to the max capacity in which the Lord is going to do it. Remember the scripture say ye shall get fame and praise in all the lands where you will put to shame. And that's including America. So before America, it starts in America. So before America gets fully destroyed, even though America really is being destroyed now, this word is going to travel, man. A lot of people going to hear about this. A lot of people going to start watching these videos, man. Okay? Up until the point to where your narratives is no longer as powerful as they once was, man. And it's a beautiful thing to finally get a chance to see you devils feel and be treated exactly how you did our people, man. Okay? You had some more on that, bro?
Oh, I got to do something.
Go ahead,
Okay, so Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous.
Yeah, this is talking about the wicked. Let us lie in wait for the righteous. And that's what Esau do. As we was driving earlier, all Esau do is start shit.
Always.
Every time you turn around, he's bothering us. Gad did what? Hey, I want to be at peace. Let's sign some peace treaties. I'm gonna show you something like it ain't no smoke. Judah marching up and down the White Bridge in Selma getting their ass kicked for peace. Everybody just like, bro, leave us alone. We good. We don't even want to repay you for what you did to us. Let's just be at peace. And you still starting shit, man.
Yeah, man of war. Bloodthirsty.
You a bloodthirsty, diabolical, cynical, devious enemy. We've had, the Spirit of the Lord has had enough of you devils, man. But for the sake of prophecy, the Lord is continuing to not prolong, but extend what's going on in Babylon so that the prophecies can be fulfilled. But you better believe that you gonna feel the pain of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Okay? And we coming up on that, man. We coming up on that real quick, man. Well, you so-called white people out here, you gonna start to really feel the pressure of Yahweh Bashim Shai as we felt it, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
You about to say something?
Oh no, I just want to add that the scripture came to mind. He's bringing that out. Is the book of Isaiah, the 33rd chapter, which says what? Woe unto you that treacherous. I
get it for you. I was just thinking.
Hell yeah, that's a bad. That's right. That's a bad precept right there, man.
I got it.
You know, hold it real quick. Go ahead, boy.
Okay, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he is clean contrary to our doings.
Clean contrary. That's why in Genesis 25, it said what? That two nations are in our womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Even just the simple format on how we ride scooters versus how they ride scooters is different. Just stale, stiff. Jake swagging all over the road. They just Yeah, you know, just real through. You know, because we're clean, contrary to them, man. And as Salaki, but you know what? As they are proud enough to profess how different they are from us, we should be proud enough to profess how different we are from you, motherfuckers, man.
Right.
See, they made you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans feel ashamed. They made you feel ashamed of your heritage, man. They made you feel ashamed of your culture, ashamed of righteousness, man. Meanwhile, they made you feel ashamed. They trying to be you.
Ashamed of your own skin color.
Ashamed of your skin color, man.
Giving you a complex so they can take it from you.
They clean contrary. They don't do nothing like us, man. Not one thing is similar to a Negro, Hispanic, or Native American to a goddamn Edomite. Go ahead, bro.
He upbraideth us with our offending the law. And objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education.
That's right.
Yeah, like we blast your educational systems. You know, we blast how you break the law, statutes, and commandments when you call yourself a law-abiding citizen.
Right.
You know, continue on. He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High.
Yeah, which that's what he does when he does these History Channel documentaries. The Scarf of Jesus. You know, you know the
manger.
the manger. You know, we may have found the sepulcher, the stone that was rolled back, professing to have the knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Really, Edomites, you're not biblical scholars.
Right.
Okay, you're not a biblical scholar.
not the history.
You know certain biblical points, historical points, but as far as biblical scholars are concerned, that's the prophets. That's not your lot.
Right.
Now we'll give you those titles when we use your information, such as the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Okay, because according to your term, you are a biblical scholar in this society, but you're really not a biblical scholar because you break the Bible down wrong.
Right.
Okay, it's not one Edomite out here that's gonna break the Bible down 100% correct.
no.
So you're not a scholar, man. But you profess that you got the knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
And he called himself the child of the Lord, and that's really talking about what Esau says about us, you know. But it says he was made to reprove our thoughts.
Yep.
He is grievous unto us even to behold.
Yeah, because Esau hate to see a so-called Negro, especially a man of the Lord. Why you think that Esau don't come down on the camps? You would think, logically speaking, that Esau would have been tried to stop this.
Exactly.
Logically speaking, why would you allow this to continue to go on as long as this went on? Okay? Because Esau knows the repercussions of touching the anointings of the Lord.
Exactly.
Okay? And them left-hand angels telling them don't do it. Okay? Because it ain't the time yet. So this devil, it's even scary to behold the men of the Lord. That's why when you read the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel 16, the village said, hey Samuel, have you come for peace or have you come for wickedness? Evil. Because, hey man, you can put a curse up on the Edomite and he could shrivel right in front of you, man. And they know that power. Okay? Why you think Pontius Pilate washed his hands? Okay? They know the power they're dealing with. They just don't respect it yet. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
For his life is like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. Last point. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Yep. Because you are. You fake.
Yeah, you are counterfeits, man.
Hey, well, the scripture says in Zechariah, was that Zechariah 9:6? A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
There's whole MO in the scripture. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, the whole MO.
The whole MO is in
Ain't nothing upright about you, Edomites. Stand upish. Everything is fake.
That's right.
Everything is a fucking fraud with you, man.
That's it.
You know, even when you go out and Esau being nice, it's phony.
It's phony as fuck.
Because soon as he get away from you,
Right.
yeah, I bought about 5 niggers some beers.
Right.
Ready to drop the
You know?
bomb while you talking to him.
Right, you know, ready to go load the Drake. Okay? Everything is a fraud, man. That's why the scriptures say, sit him not by thee, lest he take thy place.
Right.
When you know the characteristics of this devil, he can't fool you, man.
Right.
You Jakes are continuing to allow yourselves to be bewitched by this devil. It was a point in time where the Lord had it set up to where Esau was going to deceive us. It ain't no goddamn excuses now, man. None, zero. Everybody should know that you're dealing with the devil. We was just watching the clip of that movie, Them. And I'm looking at the reaction of the people in there, the women in there, and I'm like, not one thought is crossing their mind that the white man is the devil.
It's just a good movie.
It's just a good movie, a good
That's
old-fashioned slave movie. It's a lot. You like to say something?
No, you got it.
Go ahead, Barzal.
All right. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness.
Yeah, hell, you goddamn right.
Yep.
All right, we look at your menus and it got shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. We passing all of that up. We trying to see where the turkey at.
Yeah.
We trying to see where the chicken at. Shalom, bro. Y'all from South brother. We trying to see where the chicken at. We trying to see where the salmon at. We abstain from your bull crap.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, bro.
He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed.
Yeah, which we do. We are gonna be blessed, man.
And
Lord willing, hey, even if we not of the 144,000 and the 1/3, if you're a 2/3, you still gonna be blessed in the kingdom. Okay? Yeah, we pronounce it and we pronounce it with faith, man. Cause you goddamn devils is out of control right now.
Right.
You out of goddamn control. All right, go ahead, bro.
And maketh his boast that the Most High is his father.
And he is. Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 9:24. And we got the right to boast. Okay? Imagine the child of a multi-millionaire. He gonna be boasting like a motherfucker at school.
He gonna let it be known.
My dad is such and such. That's my dad. Okay? He owns all of this land and such and such. Yeah, well that's what we do. Okay?
But it's even in school. They have a school where you actually bring your father.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I forget the
Parent
Day
teacher.
or some shit like that.
Yeah, the parent dad.
Career day.
Career day. Yeah. Then you got some jakes in that motherfucker. They up in there with their great auntie.
Yeah.
I ain't got no damn access to the parents. All right, you got that?
Yep. It's Jeremiah 9:24. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Yeah. So yeah, we boast in the fact that that's our power. We boast in the fact that our power sits on the throne judging the earth. We boast upon the fact that the Lord is going to put the spirit on Russia to set missiles off over here.
That's right.
All right? Yeah, we boast about that. And so what? Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 44:5. One shall say, I am the Lord Yahweh.
Yes.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
That's right.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Exactly. So yeah, we have the right to do that. You know why? Because the Lord is the one that chose us.
That's right.
Okay? Put the spirit on the seed of our forefathers, man. Made the promise with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So yeah, if we come out of that seed, we got the right to boast. That's our lineage. That's our heritage. Why in the hell are you over in Israel right now professing yourself to be the Jewish?
Right.
Because you're not. And we have a problem with that.
Right.
All right? You want to push out an anti-Semitic narrative that if you speak out on what's going on over there with them 1948ers, that you are hateful. Well, you know what? We offended that you calling yourselves who we are. You ain't laid no goddamn pavement to be calling yourself the Israelites.
Right.
Your forefathers ain't suffered the things that my forefathers suffered or our forefathers suffered. So why do you feel as if you have the right to profess yourself to be an Israelite when you're not? Okay? So yeah, we boast about it. And yeah, we speak out if we have a problem with it. Simple and plain. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 29:22. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to be ashamed. Go ahead.
Neither shall his face now wax pale.
Yeah, and that face waxing pale goes into being confounded, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Pale face deals with being confounded.
That's
You
why
know,
he
back
mad.
in the day, the old breakdown was, you know, Esau wouldn't have a pale face, or Jacob wouldn't have a pale face.
screamed at it,
But
yeah.
that's really going into being confounded or ashamed.
Yeah, we got our strength back. See, that's what that Revelation 11:11 is talking about. How the Lord began to deal with us once again and put the spirit on us. Now this is why Esau's mad. Because we ain't subscribing to niggas anymore. We're not subscribing to African American, black. You know? So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And that word also confuse.
Yeah.
Honest with fuse is the mix.
Yep.
You know, we're not confused, man. We don't mix ourselves. Are we black or call
Right.
ourselves African American? We know who we are.
Scripture say
Separate.
none shall want her mate.
Right. The boldness of his face shall be changed.
Yep. Oh, well, when it says Daniel 9:7, the confusion of face. Yeah, that's dealing with we not gonna be out. If you Edomites, I don't care if you study theological seminary for 50 fucking years, you gonna get confounded out
Okay.
by men that absolutely.
Don't let me mess you mix up. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say because we have the most potent knowledge now.
Exactly. And see, Esau's knowledge is merged with deception.
Right.
Okay? He, like the scriptures say, he inherited the lies too. So a lot of the things that he push and propagate, it's a lie.
Misinformation.
It's misinformation. You confuse your own theological demons. They don't even, they got a lying spirit on them. You know? Go ahead, you got some more?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
All right.
I'm looking for something.
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, matter of fact, hold
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Get that scripture I asked.
Isaiah 47.
Where it says, stand now with thine enchantments.
This is
Oh,
Isaiah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries."
Yeah, stay there. Okay? Stay right there. Stay right where you at. Because that's what you put your trust in, right? That's how you was able to establish this enterprise. Why do we have a Hollywood, California? Because through your enchantments. That Hollywood goes back to Hollowswood, which was a practice of the witch, that wand, man. Okay? That's what they would use to cast spells and divinations on people. So the scriptures is saying, no, stand with that. Because now guess what we doing? We standing with the truth. We standing with our right hand enchantments, man. Because the truth ain't nothing but a right hand enchantment. Okay?
Right.
It sounds spooky, but yeah, we are up under a righteous spell. What you think? That's the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, we possessing righteousness, man. And we going up against your divinations and your enchantments, man.
Well, that's why you had Moses.
That's
Hey,
about to
Moses
say,
was
yeah.
they're on his sources.
We do right hand ceremonies.
Yeah.
You know, there was once upon a time of right hand sacrifices, blood sacrifices,
Yeah.
but it was in righteousness. So it's literally right hand spiritual forces against left hand spiritual
Like we
forces.
even use similar things, like witches use incense and stones and sage and all that, but you know, but we use it on the right hand side, man. Which is how you supposed to right way to do it anyway.
It's literally the right way to do it. They take everything and fucking pollute it. Okay? Yeah, because see now the scriptures say eat of my flesh, drink my blood. But it ain't talking about the physical flesh and blood of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
But Esau
Just
is literally cooking niggas.
it's so carnal, man.
Literally, he's out here cooking and eating niggas.
Right.
Here it is, a nigga that worked the 9 to 5, got abducted. Now his ass getting flipped on a griddle somewhere. Getting flayed by an open flame and getting tossed on 2 buns. Okay?
That's
Spitting on the
fucked up.
petition.
You know?
That's crazy.
Literally.
Right.
I seen a nigga on the table with fucking decorations, apples and shit around him.
He had the apple in his mouth.
Yeah, the apple in his mouth. They roasted that nigga, man.
Yeah.
And served him over a bed of white rice.
Well, you got proven evidence of, not evidence, it's just a fact that
Yep.
President Bush walking out with drinking blood and shit.
Yeah, he used to have the little small pocket handheld blood.
Yeah.
And you know he'll just
Take
toot it back.
Yep.
So stand with them enchantments, Esau.
That's their lifestyle.
Bro, all
Okay.
you had to look, it's like you had in the audio, the Luciferians was like, really, our God that we worship is Satan. You know?
Yeah.
I think he was a Jewish, basically a top rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, our God we really worship is Satan. And he said, we basically deal with dead bodies and people. He said, that's why McDonald's, the main foods you eat is sausages and what is that? It's sausages and it's something else that you eat mainly in the morning. He said basically that's aborted fetuses.
Yeah.
It's all kind of shit in that food.
His name was like Finkenstein.
Yeah, Finkelstein.
Yeah, Finkenstein.
Yeah, that was
Just tell the truth.
So these are the enchantments that they cast on the people. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, they labored from thy youth. Go ahead.
If so be, thou shalt be able to profit.
Yeah, if you think you're going to be able to profit, see, you were able to profit for a little while for the sake of prophecy. But these enchantments don't have any weight against Jacob.
That's right.
Because first and foremost, the ultimate sacrifice that you could never duplicate already happened.
Right.
So the little blood, a nigga's blood is not powerful enough than the blood of Yahushua. Just because you sacrifice a nigga don't mean that his blood is going to be as heavy as Yahushua.
It's not going to supersede.
But
They can't supersede it.
Then his blood is defiled. It's a nigga.
Right.
Yeah, you made him a
Big
nigga.
Right.
You made him a nigga.
Man, nigga, and you go, yo.
and the Lord even showed through the prophecy that even sacrifices and the oblation and stuff on the right hand side on earth was still, lacking.
Right.
Yep.
See,
Oh,
Isaiah.
that's why the Lord had to bring a heavier sacrifice,
better
better sacrifice. So how much more you devils on the left hand side?
Right.
The craft is dried up and laid out.
Right, that's it.
It worked before, Jacob get all spooked and fucked up, be all in a trance.
Well, this proves that the sacrifice, that witchcraft and all that is cut.
Right.
By us waking up. And even you got a normal nigga out here that that know a little something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even these low level vibrational jakes out here, they know a little bit on on how what you niggas do.
Right.
Because remember, it was this thing. It was a secret.
Yeah.
This was a hidden thing.
Yeah.
And then the Lord started to slowly peel that onion back. There's layers to it. But real quick, this is Micah 5:12. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand.
Woo!
And thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
Yeah. Hey, Halloween was dead this year.
Yeah.
It was through. Okay? You little ghoulish demons, you losing your steam.
Yep.
Okay? You're losing your steam out here, and you don't know what the hell is happening. Okay? Well, it's because the elite, the international bankers, they're not able to conjure up the same level of demons that they once did because the prophets is on the scene, man.
Yeah.
And the prophets have created a reputation of stifling evil spirits.
Right.
The prophets have created a reputation of stopping evil spirits in their tracks. Read the book of Tobit, where you had Asmodeus.
Asmodeus, right.
He got bound in the wilderness of Egypt
Right.
by messing around with Raphael
That's it.
and Tobias. That evil spirit got stopped. And it say he was bound in the wilderness of Egypt unto this day. Okay? So the prophets have the power. What did Yahushua do?
Yeah.
He told demons just by his word
Legion.
Legion, get out of him.
Right.
And the demon left. So because the prophets is on the scene and the left-hand side spirits are in obedience with the Most High, they refrain from messing with the ministry to a certain degree. So now the same energy that you was able to accomplish with Jake, you can't do it how you used to.
You can't do it.
That's why your holidays ain't the same, man. The spirits ain't dealing with it like that no more, man.
His blade is becoming blunt. Like when you use a blade so aggressively for a certain time, it becomes blunt.
Yeah.
And the Most High not gonna sharpen that. He gonna throw it away. What it says, good for nothing.
Because of Yahushua's sacrifice.
Hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
that reminds me of one of my favorite chapters. I think it's Acts 19, where those two men, Sceva. The demon said, I know Paul, I know Yahushua, but I don't know you. It's literally the same thing happening to Esau right now.
That's right.
Satan's setting them up for the okie doke at this point.
Remember in the book of Numbers, it said, who shall go forth and be a lion spirit? Yeah, well, that's what's going on right now. See, one thing about it is when Satan was sent out to try Job, really, if you want to look at it in a different, higher spirit, really Satan was on Job's side.
Yes, he was.
Because he was the son of the Lord. The Lord asked him to do something. And guess what Satan did? Did he go back and lie on Job? He said, hey, he's right. It's a righteous man. He eschewed evil. He gave him an honest report. So essentially, he was working on behalf of Jacob's, on Job's conquest, man.
It was his contract. He was contracted to work on Job's case. And that's when you had the term adversity. It goes back to the word adversary, man.
Right.
So even like you said, Satan you know, he might be working with these devils, but really Satan be want to take these devils out too, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's
Satan
a
in
quick
order.
point. If you
Yeah.
like really get into like Japanese, they have something known as a shinigami. They'll say that,
I heard that before.
which
Yeah.
is supposed to be like a deity, but they'll have it really where it's not even really on your side. It's just there, you know, for a set time. It's not true, but they'll say that in the history. Like,
Yeah.
like it's there, and if you get judged or something like that, they don't cry and be like, oh man, that was my boy. They're like, shit, nah, they job, they shit, contract up, just move to the next period.
Hey, well, you know what?
Right,
The reason how you know that has to be true, what the brother's saying, is because Satan is casting out Satan right now.
Oh yeah.
It's divided.
Yeah.
You got homosexuals going up against Republicans. All of them still Satan.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's demons literally going up against demons.
Satan
So that's how you know that sometimes demons are actually in the spirit world, of course, they actually fighting for the greater good. They just got to do what they got to do on the left hand side. So now that's why we saying stand with your enchantments.
Right.
Stand with them. Lock in with them.
Yeah.
Because now what's happening is you seeing the rise of the princes of the power. So we're going to see which power holds the most weight.
That's right.
Okay? So stand with it.
That's right.
Stand with it, man. And for the righteous brothers, stand with Yahweh Basham Shai. Don't flake. Don't flinch. Don't jump ship. Stay with them, man. Go through the motions.
Continue though.
All right? Continue doubting the things which thou hast learned. Because eventually we're going to see who is right. Who is right. Okay? Go ahead, Swan.
This is Daniel 5:25. And this is the writing that was written. Many tekel farsin.
Yeah,
That's the
many
spirit.
tekel euphorsis, which that many tekel euphorsis stands for your kingdom is numbered and it is finished. What does it mean that your kingdom is numbered? The days of your rulership. It was only for a set amount of time. You got it.
No, I was gonna say now a couple of years ago, maybe like 2018. Now you had these scientists. They were trying to tap into the spirit world.
Yeah.
All right, and they had the little machine called CERN.
CERN, yep.
And when they you know they trying to get messages from the spirit world, and the message that they got back was tech.
Yep.
You know, and the message that came back it said tech.
Yep.
So even the spirits told them it's a cutoff.
Yep.
It's over with for you.
Yep.
Just like that movie King Arthur, right? Now
Yeah.
King Arthur, the brother, he had to make sacrifices to get the power, you know. But he made one last sacrifice, which was his daughter. But the demons, they said, really, it's still over for you. You keep making these sacrifices, it don't matter. Your kingdom is over with.
Yeah.
And that's where Arthur came up into his rightful position. You know. See, when you watch some of these movies like 300, remember 300, Leonidas had to climb on that mountain. He
Yep.
was consulting with the demons,
oracles.
man.
The
The oracles.
oracles.
This is what they all do. They all consult with oracles and demons.
Right.
Like this is real life. Goddamn Putin, all them niggas do that shit.
Travis-
Esau do it, they all do.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Travis Scott just had a concert last night, and it was just a random crowd rush out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And hundreds of people just got trampled. Well, what moved that whole
Right.
crowd? It was satanic energy.
Right.
You listen to certain people that was at the event last night, and they said they couldn't breathe. They said it was random people that was in the crowd, over 50,000 people, but it was random people just sticking them with an unknown drug. And they said the stage looked like hell.
Yeah.
And they said that you couldn't breathe in there. They said it was like super duper hot.
Yeah.
And then people just started just running out of nowhere. And it created a stampede. It's satanic shit.
Yep.
He trying to get them spirits.
He trying to
He trying
Riled
to
up.
do something to, show that he still got the power, but he ain't got it.
He ain't got it.
Them, the Lord don't want them niggas no way. Them sacrifices, Esau's sacrifices now is useless.
Well, it's the same thing that Cain did.
I was just thinking it.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the whole time.
That's the spirit.
Vegetables.
Yeah, just like, yo, what is this? Every time Esau do a major sacrifice, it's just more demons that the Lord ain't even dealing with.
Right.
Like, what's this shit?
Half-ass.
But then here it is,
Right.
Israel coming in the spirit of Abel with these good sacrifices of the word,
Right sacrifice.
brotherly love, charity, goodness, kindness, faith.
Humility.
Say again, bro.
Humility.
Humility. Okay, meekness, charity. all these things is going up to the Father and the Father like, see, that's why I love Israel, because they sacrifices are so good. Man. Sacrifices is just sweet savors in the spirit. And here you got Esau over here, got a stampede of adult boys and trannies.
Right.
Like that's something the Lord was like, oh yeah, trannies, the Satan tranny, oh you about a tranny,
Reminds
you know?
Yep.
No, man. The Lord ain't dealing with the left-hand side, man. He's dealing with the left-hand side, but not in righteousness. Let me correct myself.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 2:28. It says, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee?
Yeah.
Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble.
Yeah, let them pop up. Where's Dagon at when you need him?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You know?
Anubis.
Yeah, where's Ashtaroth? Where's my aunt?
Yeah.
You know, Amin Ra.
Zeus.
You know, where are all these deities at when you need them?
Right. All
Everybody-
these deities, and none of them can save you.
But you know what's so crazy? Here it is you got people out here that try to smear the name of the Most High.
Right.
You try to smear his legacy, and you try to say that his word is invalid.
Right.
But every time unfortunate events happen, the first God you call on is the God of the Bible.
Right.
When have you ever seen a shooting happen, a mass shooting, and you hear people say, oh my Amin Ra?
Right.
When do you hear them say that? When do you hear them call on the deities that they claim to believe in?
Right.
It's always, you know, I hate saying that.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's always you refer to the God of the Bible. But then when it's all peace on the earth, you trying to diffuse his word.
Right.
So no, stand with your gods. Raise up your gods. All them arguments where the Bible is contradicted and this and that. When all hell break loose, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. Call on the universe. When do you hear people say, oh my universe?
Right.
The goddess.
You know? Call on the nigga woman. Yeah, if the black woman is God, when all hell break loose, say, hey, black woman, why is this happening? Why don't y'all do that naturally, man? Why do you always have to refer to the God of the Bible when all hell break loose, but you shit on him, man? See, the Lord has had enough of you so-called hypocrites. No, not you so-called, you hypocrites out here, man.
Right.
Okay? Was it any more on that bar?
Yep. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah.
Yeah. You see that? And that's dealing with the tribe of Judah, man. Because they was all into that goddamn idol worship.
Yeah.
Just like Ephraim.
Yep.
But now the Lord is calling you out of that polluted, filthy spirit and telling you to enter into this new covenant, man.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing to be a part of this truth. Okay?
That's right.
But let's go back to Isaiah 47, Baba Kashab.
This is Isaiah 47:12. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, Summer Walker just dropped the album, and we all know she a witch.
Oh, yeah.
Got these black women out here just smelling themselves, man.
She was feeding her child fucking chia seeds and hemp milk. She didn't want to give the child a titty to suck on, man.
Yeah. This girl, bro, she has altars and just weird energy.
You can see this count that she look bugged out.
Yeah, she bugged out.
But guess what? Now the black woman is all enchanted right now. Summer Walker, oh my gosh, top 4 diss tracks of all time. You know? Just losing it, man. But these are nothing but enchantments and spells that the elite are using to cast on Jake. That's why he's using the black woman. The record labels is still casting out the enchantments and putting that narrative deeper in your mind. That the nigga ain't shit, but he's just using the woman to put the spell out there.
And the Lord, that shows you that rejects too. Because it speaks about how the Lord's going to have an angel that actually blinds the minds of the people.
Yep.
And he said, then, oh Lord, how long? He said, until the cities be wasted. You see? So these jakes that's under this enchantment, we ain't looking to de-spell you from that spell. 2/3, of course.
Exactly.
You know? If you can't get, like what apostles always say, if a nigga can't get it, we moving on.
And that's a very profound statement. Okay, go ahead, bro.
It says, if so be, thou shalt be able to profit.
Yep.
If so be, thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, if so be. Really, that's Isaiah being sarcastic right now. Just like Jeremiah was being sarcastic when he said, take bone for earth. Yeah, he's being sarcastic. If so be. No, Isaiah knows America ain't gonna be healed. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 13, it says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel."
Yeah, you tripping right now, man.
Yeah.
You putting in overtime.
Yeah.
You got
Right.
I was just gonna say that just goes back into the beginning of Isaiah. That's Isaiah 47, right?
Yes.
When it says sit in the dust, meaning the state of confusion.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know?
And that's what's happening. These Edomites ain't getting no sleep.
Yes.
They sacrificing. They on a sacrificing spree. Ain't nothing happening. They ain't getting no new revelations and new technology, groundbreak. They just in a hamster wheel.
Right. And it's wearing the way of them.
That's why they gonna make a wrong move, and they plan that the Lord gonna disappoint the devices.
If they get to a point where it has to be a quantum leap. But you see, they keep playing games, the new iPhone, the new Xbox. They just gonna drop the chip and to make niggas.
Yeah, make me
all that
do
little
it.
play shit.
Yep. So go ahead and hit that last verse, huh?
It says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Yep.
Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee."
Yeah, you see that? So yeah, let the doomsday preppers give you a better accurate time scale on when to get ready. Don't listen to us. We really don't want you demons to listen to us. Okay? Don't listen to us. Listen to them. Let them stand up and speak on your behalf. Let them properly warn. How many Edomites, or how many the elite, the shadow government, how many of them are preparing and warning you about World War III with Russia? Russia prepared its citizens.
Yep.
Keeping you in the
Russia did a whole nationwide drill,
Yep.
getting their people prepared for a nuclear disaster. Why haven't the elites of America done that?
Right.
Okay, you know,
Babylon is
Big
falling.
sacrifice.
exactly, because they don't like you niggas.
Yeah.
And they don't like you crack. Hey, you crackers over here too, man. I'm gonna tell you, you crackers as dumb as these niggas. If you think that the pencil pushers of America love you, you just as stupid as these niggas out here.
Right.
They looking at you as collateral damage. Okay? I'm trying to live the American dream. Ain't no goddamn American dream.
Right.
Alright? So Lord, with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out camp, giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKakodash.
double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, many blessings to the elect.